Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin, and it's She-Ra Fever. I've been putting out so many She-Ra videos, but there's just so much stuff coming out. It's Comic-Con, so there was the trailer. There's a whole bunch of news coming up, and this stuff was shared to me over on Twitter by Anime Hunt. He's a really cool dude. He always hits me up with all the cool stories and everything have to do with toys and video games. And this time it's She-Ra, so you guys can send me stuff there. Drop me hints over on our Discord server. There's a link in the description below. Over on Twitter at C15 Podcast, or there's even an email on the About page. So however you want to share stuff with me, go ahead and do it because I like doing these kinds of videos. And this one is a CBR article. I guess they were there they had like a panel and they shot off some stuff and everything. And a lot of this is concerning. It's classic Noel Stevenson. She's just full of herself and she just loves all her silliness. But here's the article, and thanks to the person, I can't remember who mentioned it to me, but I go to the Wayback Machine and I archive the actual page. So just in case they change anything or rewrite stuff, this is what I read at the time, and there's no ads. So hooray. I'll leave a link for that for the archive version of this story. But here it is from CBR. Absolute garbage tier. Don't ever go there. Full of ads, spyware, all that garbage. But San Diego Comic-Con Live, She-Ra and the Princess of Power Season 3 sneak peek. And this is Angie Doll. And they start out Friday at Comic-Con is shaping up to be full power and princesses with She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. She-Ra's executive producer, Noel Stevenson, and stars, and Mia, again, it goes through all the people's names, blah, blah, blah. The panel begins with a scissor reel featuring clips from season 2. There's only one good episode, the Light Spinner episode, everything else sucked. I feel so embraced by the community of people who were pretty excited that this was a thing that was going to exist, she said. Huh? Ah, jeez. As long as it exists, that's all that matters, right? It's just so great seeing people respond to the episodes that we all put our thoughts into. The prom episode is going to be the episode that is so close to my heart, said creator Noel Stevenson. If I couldn't dislike this woman anymore. Her favorite thing that she's done is that stupid prom episode. Check out my review. It is probably my most angry review because it's so bad. It is everything wrong with storytelling, everything wrong with Western modern animation. It's full of self-inserts. It's projection. It's putting all your own hang-ups onto characters that you had no business in creating. You just took them and then perverted them into your own stupid vision. It actually doesn't surprise me that that's her favorite thing. In her heart, that episode effing sucked. Oh my goodness. She also talked about how amazing it was when all the actors are together, such in the prom episode. That's just awful. Everyone was awful in that episode. Everyone was acting like an idiot. Ugh. About memorable outtakes, I think the most fun we have is when we have to do the effects, falling off of cliffs. Those are the most hilarious things because we're all screaming in the booth, says Karen. Again, I'm terrible with names, but it's up there. Marcus Scriber talked about how his voice was going through changes at the beginning of the show. That's embarrassing. And how Bo's voice cracks at parts of the character are well even to be written in. But Bo's supposed to be like past puberty? Is he 12 years old? What? I don't know who this guy, who the voice actor is, but you're like older, right? Your voice is still cracking. What the hell's wrong with you? I don't know. Noel discussed different combinations and situations characters aren't used to, and we're pushing them even more. We're going to throw characters into situations they've never been in before. Like what? A good story? A great episode? That's something that's never happened to some of these characters. This is the season where they're all going to the Crimson Waste. The Crimson Sin? What? The Crimson Waste, and they're so out of their element. So I guess that's going to be kind of the Beast Island thing, I'm assuming that's where that is. In the trailer, you saw kind of like a wasteland type desert area. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. On Scorpia's love going even harder for Catra. Ugh, it's so pervy. If Catra was a guy and he was this hardcore, like in like love with a young, Catra's like 15, maybe 16. Scorpia's a woman. It's super creepy. I can't give away any, but what I will say is Scorpia is literally the most loyal being that has ever existed. That's odd. And she loves hard to her own detriment. Is that what that's called? Being a damn pervert? It's loving hard. I'm going to use that one from now on. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just a hard lover, you know. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. I think that's actually really relatable. Is this Noel still talking? Oh wow, that's just creepy. Noel, my God, what you got some problems. And there was this 2 hour long interview with her that I couldn't sit through, but people were telling me like, oh, she's doing better. She's taking, her medications and everything. I don't want to. I'm glad that a person on medications for mental problems is related, finding herself relatable to someone who is having a perverted love relationship with someone who's very much younger than she is. I'm so happy you relate to that. I think we all have hard times in our lives. Really, Noel? You think we have hard times? My life has been nothing but rainbows and butterflies. Where someone you really cared about was really ambivalent about you. Like this is like more of that self projection of hers. She had a relationship like this, or I don't know if she was either Scorpia or if she was Katra in this little thing that happened to her in her real life that she has to put it out there for us because we're her psychiatrist and her show is her couch session where she gets to pour out all of her emotions and we have to deal with it. And about being loyal to the Horde, Lauren said that Scorpia was in a vulnerable place at the beginning, someone who didn't really fit in and didn't have a sense of self. And there was this group that was willing to take her on. I brought this up in my what we want to see in season 3, but Scorpia told the story about the Horde and her people about like, oh, they came down and they were nice to us and they were welcoming to us, unlike the other princesses in the other lands. They all hated us because we were scorpion people. And I bring this up every time. So you're telling me Queen Angela rebuked these scorpion people? No, you're different. We don't like you. I thought this was a world that didn't have racism or hatred, or they said that before. So apparently it did exist, but only for the good guys were the people doing this, not the bad guys. I don't think she's telling the truth, or she was lied to, because in the Lightspinner episode, we saw Lightspinner show the rest of the other mages them conquering the scorpion people. They were down on their knees and they were pulling the Black Garnet down. So they weren't welcomed, they were conquered. I don't know how long ago that was, and maybe the histories, the winners write the history books. So maybe Scorpia finds that out and realizes, oh, they weren't our friends, they just freaking conquered us. Anyways, that's really stupid to you join a group of bad people just because they were nice to you one time. That's ridiculous. That became her family. It's not only like they're there. It's not that they're like that they're bad. Oh my God. Is this how she talks? That's just her family. She has an identity with them. Noah teased that there will be more about Scorpio in season 3. Oh, I would hope so. She's one of the effing characters in the show. I would hope things would happen to her and we would learn more. Ooh, it's such a tease. So you're telling me Scorpio is so pathetic that as long as she had a quote-unquote identity, because you can't have self-worth in this world, you have to get it from external sources, that she's willing to join a group of people that murder, pillage, and destroy. Scorpia, you're an idiot. Continuing on, Karen, can't say your last name, teased how she's excited to see her friendship between Entraptor and Lord Hordak. That's another kind of creepy thing, and I talked about this in our other videos. There's no friendship there. I can't even begin to imagine Hordak having a friendship in any way with anybody. Entraptor's another tool. She is someone that can get this portal thing running, and as soon as she's not useful to Hordak, there's probably no reason for him to keep her around. He has no value of life. So there's no French. That's so creepy. God, if they end up becoming like best friends, that's so, oh my goodness. About Bo's 2 dads. Hooray. Noel said, I wanted to show that having 2 dads is super, super normal. The fact that you had to label it as super, super normal shows you that it's not super, super normal. There's nothing wrong with it, but I wouldn't even consider it normal. You can do what you want. You're 2 adults. You want to marry another dude, or a woman wants to be with a woman. I don't care. You're an adult. Do whatever the hell you want. But I don't have to give you this special label to make you feel better about yourself. If you love someone, that's your damn business. Who cares what anyone else thinks? But of course, we have to be validated all the time. And even though they're supportive, they still have their own problems. Really? It was magic from day one recording those episodes. Oh, God. Reggie and Chris, who voiced the dads, have a really great dynamic. They improved so many of the lines. It lit up the booth. It was amazing. Were their lines all that great? The only lines I thought were good in that episode was when, I don't know which one of the dads, but the one with the mustache, he was talking about how he fought in the war and how he saw all this death and destruction, and that's why he's anti-war. That was the only good part of the thing because that's relatable to everyone. You can understand why he would be against war because he saw the worst of it. That's the only part that's good. Other dad with the sparkly eyes and all that, that's stupid dialogue. No one can make that any good. So he just transforms every episode, said Noel, about their composer. Talking about the music. The music isn't bad in the show. It's not memorable, but it's not bad either. So I'd give her that. The music's fine. Mentioning how her blood ran cold in a good way during a certain scene with the door staring off over a cliff. She's done that a couple times. She did that in the episode where they went to Mysticor and a couple other ones in season 1, but I don't... Is this referencing something in season 3? But then why even bring it up? Noel and the cast didn't confirm nor deny. I cannot confirm nor deny the possibility of a musical episode. Oh, God, no. Ugh. I know shows like to do that. I know there was one in Buffy and a couple other shows where like everyone's singing and dancing like a musical. My God, don't do that. Unless it's like a magical thing or it's a dream or something. But what a waste of an episode. Don't ever do that. With Amy saying for sure Adora doesn't have a good singing voice. Well, okay. I'm listening to a lot of Fleetwood Mac and I think Scorpia. Fleetwood Mac and Scorpia. What songs? No. I feel like Scorpio really liked Fleetwood Mac. I think Scorpio would like just about anything as long as the other person liked it. Like she's like never disagrees with anybody. And she's always trying to be everyone's friend. She's not like Bo. It's really dumb. We pick up right where we left off. Really? Right where you left off? I thought you would pick up at the beginning of the season 2. We find both Adora and Catra thrown into a new situation right away, where Catra is in disgrace with the Horde, and Adora is dealing with Shadow Weaver being here. What? We ended with Catra being choked out. Obviously, she doesn't die, or she gets sent to Beast Island, which is... Why does Hordak send people away for them to get revenge back on him? Why doesn't he just kill them? And Shadow Weaver was standing above... I wanted to say Noel Stevenson, standing above Adora's bed. I don't know, what's the difference, right? So, what the hell? Anyways, everything I thought was going to happen, it's going to be stupid. I think Adora sees Shadow Weaver as a dysfunctional mother figure, which I've said in the past for her and Catra. It's the only mother she's ever known. Duh. And she was actually nice to her. So there's this love there when she shows up on her turf. On her turf? Who talks like that? Showed up in the castle. What you doing on my turf? What is she against her? I think it throws her identity in a tailspin. It's interesting to see how this does to her new sense of self. This person's an idiot. Adora, no, you know you're She-Ra. You know you have to save Etheria. You have to do all these things. Yes, your former adopted mother who was a horrible person shows up. Yeah, there's... What? You're pathetic, Adora, if that's going to mess you up, because this isn't just you living your life. You got to fight this war and save everybody. A season 3 clip was shown about Adora trying to sneak out to see Shadow Weaver. Oh, God. So I guess there was, in that trailer, we saw Shadow Weaver was in a force field of some kind. So I guess she went to Adora's bedroom at the end of season 2, like, hey, Adora, wake up. And, oh, no, you captured me. It should happen just like that. So she gets captured and thrown in a cell. So Adora wants to go like talk to her in her cell. Why don't you let her? That's so stupid. Trying to sneak out to see Shadow Weaver, which I'm effing She-Ra. I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care who tells me no. I'm going to do it. I want to talk to someone. I'm going to talk to him. I hate the fact that she feels like she has to ask permission just to speak with someone. It's not like she's breaking her out of freaking jail. Like, come on. And you don't trust Adora not to do something like that? These people are idiots. To see Shadow Weaver with Bo and Glimmer stopping her every time. Like they could stop her. Ridiculous. The next clip focused on Lighthope giving Adora more information. Quote, there's these incremental truths and it only gets worse, you guys. It gets complicated. I would like to see how complicated it gets. I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward. Again, war is messy. You do some things you didn't think you would normally do. You try to do what is best at the time that when you think about it and how you feel in your heart. And I'm sure... Hopefully we learn more about what Mara did, and it's not so black and white. Like, because all season 2, every time Mara's mentioned, it's always in a negative way. So I'm hoping maybe she gets to learn a little bit more about why she did what she did. Again, is it Amy? I'm going to say Amy. About Adora's relationship with Lighthope. The clip shows Lighthope showing Adora she's not from Etheria. She came from a portal and is a forced one. So the portal that Hordak's trying to set back up, so she's one of the original people or a descendant of one of the original people. So they left this planet? I don't know. That's weird. That's really dumb. I don't know why that's even necessary. About Adora processing that information, why does it matter? I think it's Mewtwo. Pokemon fans out there. Mewtwo said it best. The circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It's what you do with the gift of life that matters. Who cares where you came from? Who cares who your parents were? You make decisions. You do what you think is right. Who gives a flying F if you're a first oner from some other freaking planet? Be a hero, damn it. Amy compares it to a metaphor to growing up. And Adora doesn't take the relevation of where she's from. Well, why does it matter? Again, like I said, why does it matter? Adora's an idiot. Does she even know what other planets are? With writing a character like Light Hope, she's a machine. It's easy to write. Noel said, I honestly really love Light Hope as a character. She's a program. She's basically a ghost of the dead civilization. That means her priorities are different than Adora's. Her priority is to save Etheria from all the bad guys. She might be more, robotic about it. Like, oh, if you got it, which they'll never do this. Like, oh, you have to save Bright Moon. It's more important than those 5 villages with those 100 villagers. Who cares? They can die. It doesn't matter about the grand scheme of the war. I think that's probably more realistic. I doubt that kind of situation will ever come up because that would be actually cool. But it's not that bad. Adora's trying to gain more agency for herself in this season. Noel went on to say, she can do what she wants when she wants. She spent 5 Swiftwind Adventure episodes acting like a complete freaking idiot. So I don't think anyone cares what she does. And no one's stopping her from doing whatever she wants to do. One thing that fans latched on to that surprised me is Hordak's baby. You mean Imp? Hordak baby? I'd call him his little baby just as in jokes to be funny. But she should know this, that it's Imp. I know they don't name him in the show, but that's who he's based off of. And it's not his baby, said Marcus. He's a creepy baby. I mean, he's a good dad. It's like a free-range parenting, added Noel and Lord Hordak and his baby. About Lord Hordak and his baby. Maybe that's just a bad joke. This is in text, so I can't get the context and the inflection of her voice. I'm hoping she's joking. That's really stupid. Adora, Bo, and Glimmer find out this message is coming from the Crimson Waste. I'm going to sue him for that. Which is a place that's extremely dangerous. No one who walks in there ever comes back. Ooh. And it's coming from Mara. The shadow that's hanging over Adora, that Adora is kind of obsessed with. It's all all Adora has, and it is the only thing that Adora feels in control of with her destiny, Noel elaborated. So Mara isn't dead, or is this like a past message? Like, remember that episode where they went to that village and there was those old, they thought they were ghosts, but they were just like old hologram projections? I don't know if I like the idea of Mara still being alive. I kind of hope she's dead, or she died fighting for what she believed in. Her own Adora's destiny. I don't know. Adora's an idiot. I'm gonna keep saying that every time she says something stupid, and it makes no sense. You're an idiot. Huntra is voiced by Gina Davis, who came to DreamWorks and offered to be a voice for anything. What the hell? Okay. I don't know what the hell I just read. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'll start again. Huntra is voiced by Gina Davis, who came to DreamWorks and offered to be a voice for anything. What's so pathetic? Give me a job, please. And taught Noel archery moves on the first day. She brought a bow and arrow to the office. Hey, tapped on the window with an arrow. Hey, give me a job. They probably gave it to her because she thought she was threatening someone, the person at the front desk. What the hell, Gina Davis? Noel said that Huntra is the perfect character for Davis. Okay, I don't know about that. A clip played introducing Huntra in the Crimson Waste Tavern about Davis's reaction to the character. Noel said, it was great. The first thing Davis said was, gasp, her abs. They made Hunter into like this muscle-bound freak. Everyone has to have some type of weird thing about them. They're either freakishly skinny, like Perfuma, overweight, like Glimmer, or they're just got like weird body proportions. You know, like even though someone like Mermissa, she isn't fat or skinny. She's just weird looking. Like her just shape is odd. Same thing with this lady. She's like this big muscle-bound freak. Another clip played showing new characters that the Horde runs into in the Crimson Waste. So I guess the Horde and Adora are there. Maybe they're hunting her down. She doesn't care anymore, says Noel of Catra's new attitude. She never cared. I guess deep down inside she cared, but externally it never looked like she cared about anything, which is very freeing for her. That speaks so much about Noel. She thinks not giving a crap about anyone and only caring about yourself, that's so freeing. That's pathetic. Ugh. Since she's a character who cares a lot, but pretends she doesn't. Oh, didn't I just say that? About improvisation, I think they creep in too often because Noel really sets the tone, and it's an open environment. So she doesn't set the tone. That's like, I want to set all the rules. There's no rules. She doesn't do anything. Amy, Noel added that they write scenes around the actors as well, which isn't the worst thing to do, but you're the writer. I know you get their input, but you're the writer. You make decisions. You're the creator of this world. You're spinning this tale. You can take people's inputs and take good ideas, leave out the bad ones, but in the end, you make the decisions. It kind of feels like this is a story by committee, and I never liked writing stories that way, but I guess it works for Noel because it means less work for her. My other favorite part is making you guys imitate each other. Like last season, making everyone imitate Catra, said Noel. How do you imitate Catra? You just act like a jerk? Or like doing her voice. That's weird. I'm Catra. I like Adora. I'm gay. Okay. Is that a good interpretation? Can I be on the team now? The best friend squad. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to read this. This is so cringy. This is the cringiest crap in the world. If I would have been in the audience while this thing, I might have died from cringe or my eyeballs would have rolled around like a damn slot machine. How stupid this is. Gotta prepare myself. The best friend squad would be Gryffindor when Karen was asked about Hogwarts houses for their characters. Oh, what pathetic idiot asked that question? You're not allowed to go to conventions ever again. Wow. That is so stupid. I know these people, they're up there doing these Q&As. I don't know how this worked out, but in certain cons where you go up there, then it's like a big line of people. You stand in line, you can stand in the microphone, you ask your question. I don't know. I would have been like, you suck if I would have been in the audience. Bo gives me Hufflepuff vibes, though. Of course he does, said Marcus. Then she hasn't seen or read Harry Potter, Lauren said, so they killed her on stage. Hufflepuff for Scorpia. Catcher's got to be Slytherin, said Noel. You're so clever, Noel. You're just such a wonderful person. Oh, my God. And then the groan heard all through Comic-Con. Entrapta, this thing just jumps around. Entrapta feels at home in the Horde and has made a connection with Hordak. That is so stupid for everything I said at the beginning of this video. Viva science. He blinded me with science and is being understood in a way she hasn't before. In what way? Hey, make me a machine. Oh, it's cool. Thank you. He doesn't care about you, Entrapta. Please to God, let there be some type of where even if it's not, Entrapta never finds out about it, but maybe when they're separated, Hordak's like, my God, this damn girl. If she didn't know how to make these robots, I would have killed her 10 times already. Show us that Hordak doesn't give a flying crap about her and only cares about her skills. Don't make it to where he actually likes her. That is so stupid. Entrapta is the first person who gets to come to his lab. Oh, so nice. And sees who he really is, said Noel about Hordak and Entrapta. Who he really is? He's a freaking psychopathic murderer. That's who he is. What the hell? What the hell is this? And we're right at the end here. On Easter eggs, Kyle's name is actually Bo's original real name, and Lonnie and Mara are references to original characters that Noel says not a lot of people have picked up on. How would anyone know about your original characters? How would they know that? I don't follow any of Noel's work. She writes horrible comics, but are they from those things? What? And Lonnie was a character in the original show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she was. So what the hell are you talking about? And the panel ended for that trailer that I already did a review for. But yeah, what a garbage article. It just made me not. After that trailer, I kind of felt like, well, maybe some cool action. Maybe I'm going to like this. But after reading this, I don't know. Adora continues to be an idiot? I don't know. I really don't know anymore. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Again, you can share all this kind of stuff with me. You find an article or a news thing or a video clip, something you want me to react to. I'll always consider everything. Hit me up on Twitter at C15Podcast. There's a link in the description below for the Discord server. There's so much cool discussion that goes on there. And people come with all kinds of great ideas. Amazing fan art, too. Check out the fan art section. And there's even an email on the About page. Doesn't get used a lot, but it's there. So you can contact me any of those ways. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And Season 3 is right around the corner. And there'll be one review every single day till it's over. And thanks for watching. Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.